Good morning, everyone. This is John C. Morley, serial entrepreneur. It's great to be with you today. It's actually a day broadcast. As you know, most of the ones we do at night, but we're trying to spice things up a little bit and see where most people like to listen. So we're trying to give you some options here. So if you're new to the channel, well, welcome. It is great to have you. You can just scan that QR code with your phone, and that will actually direct you off to a very unique website. And that is my link tree, which is linktr.ee/JOHNCMORLEY, serial, SERIAL, entrepreneur, ENTREPRENEUR. So you can scan that. And every day we have a new topic based on a weekly main topic for our series. If you're coming back, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It is so great to have you here. And I hope that many of my new visitors will become loyal subscribers like many of you guys here. So what are we talking about today? Great question. We're talking about how and why we should be grateful. So we've been talking about this for a few days. And one of the rituals I have every single day is I take my ring, and I've actually put it on my ring finger. And when I do that, I actually start with a ritual. And that ritual is being grateful. So I want to do this each day before I get into what I'm doing, so kind of build a little momentum for you. And that happens because I want you to understand that it's rituals, it's habits that get us to do things in our life and get us to be more grateful so that we can do other things. So I put the ring on. First thing I want to tell you is I'm very grateful. I'm grateful that I got up this morning. I am grateful that I had an amazing breakfast. I'm grateful that I'm alive. I'm grateful that I had a good shower. I'm grateful that I had a couple great meetings this morning. I'm grateful that I'm here with you guys right now. I'm grateful for the rest of my entire day. I am so grateful for the sun being out. I am grateful to be able to talk. I'm grateful to be able to hear. I'm grateful for the rest of my health. And I'm even grateful for, oh, you all know I'm losing weight every day. I'm grateful for that. I am grateful that all of you are tuned in here watching me either now or later on in the day. But let's talk a little more about thanks and being grateful. So let's think about being thankful like a lock. Okay. When you are thankful, okay, that lock opens and there's so much more possibility. Okay. Thankful and grateful at the same time. If you are not thankful, it's kind of like this lock that stays locked and there's no way to penetrate it and there's no way to permeate it in any way. And that's because of karma. I've talked about karma before. So karma is that stuff, okay, we can't touch it, that affects how things can turn out. So if it affects how things can turn out, then is it magical? Well, it's not magical the way you would probably think of in fairy tale land stories, but it is magical because when you open up your mind and you open up your heart and you share this generosity and you share the essence of who you are with others, that's good. They just want to stick to you. They want to see what you're about. First, they want to see if you're for real. And one thing I want to share with you, a lot of people have said to me, John, I'm for real. And I get that. But, you can't tell people that because when you say, hey, I'm the real deal, it's like you're bragging and you're bolstering yourself. Now, we've said bolstering is good in some situations, but not here. So you wouldn't say I'm the real deal. You'd say, I want to get to know you or whatever it is. So the way people get to feel comfortable with you is they've got to know that you are sincere. But you can't say, hey, I'm a sincere person, because remember, people don't believe what you say. They believe what you do, or they believe what they hear from other people or from third parties, right? So when we think about being grateful, what are you grateful for this morning? Are you grateful for the fact that you're able to sit here and watch me? Are you grateful that maybe you have a job? Are you grateful because, I don't know, maybe you're grateful because you're having a friend visit you later this week? Maybe because you have family coming or you're going to visit them. Maybe you're grateful because you just did something for a charity. You could be grateful because maybe you got an epiphany all of a sudden. Maybe during your sleep, you actually got an epiphany, and that epiphany has gotten you to realize something. A lot of times, what people forget to become grateful for is their dreams, right? So, dreaming about something is really important. And why is that important? It's important because a lot of the lessons, okay, means that we're uncovering something in our everyday life. Okay. Um, so, for example, I'm going to give you a dream that I had not too long ago. It was dreaming of a piano. So they say if you dream of a piano, if you see a piano dream that symbolizes joy, laughter, and commotion, always be present in your home, and everyone that stops by gets infected with your positive energy right away. Well, that's true. Okay. To see yourself playing the piano when you're dreaming of playing the piano, it means that you will hear unpleasant news. Okay. So I wasn't playing the piano, I was just dreaming of the piano. To dream of listening to the piano playing means that you will go back to your old love. Okay. Now, I was in a dream, and to basically think of the piano, and thinking of the fact that maybe, so in my dream, it was actually dreaming about not being able to play the piano. Okay. So I think what was trying to go on, because I was a little unhappy because I was saying, gee, I'm not able to play the piano. And I'm thinking that's a bad thing. But I realized that if you play the piano, that means you're going to receive bad news. Um, but not being able to play the piano, okay? That's very interesting, isn't it? And I think what the dream was trying to tell me is that I need to be patient. And I had a world class instructor that was there who actually taught me in my life. And he was there and he was just trying to get me to feel comfortable around the piano. For some reason, I just couldn't play the piano. And what I told him was that I hadn't played in a while and I just got like shell shocked to play. Now, that's not like me at all. But now that I understand the meaning of the piano, that was actually a very, very good thing to be able to not play the piano in a dream. So, are you thankful for the dreams you have in your life? Are you thankful for the people you connect with each day? Are you really thankful? Or do you just go through the motions? And I think going through the motions is like being joyful for a day. Okay. But if you can make joy part of your entire life, then your life changes. Let's talk about that in weight loss, right? If you can just put up with eating a certain way for one day, well, that's great. You had one healthy day. But if you can eat that way every day and it becomes a lifestyle, then your life becomes so amazing, right? And you start to see, what do we talk about? That long term gratification, which is losing weight, becoming more healthier. But most people give up before they ever reach a milestone. And it's because they're impatient. So, what I want you to be grateful for today is that you have patience. Be grateful that you have a roof over your head. Be grateful that you have enormous potential in your brain and body to be able to do so many things. If I say the word to you, grateful, 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 you're probably saying, well, John, that sounds pretty neat. But being grateful is more than just a state of mind. It's a way of life. And the best way I can equate this to you is if you ever gone to Italy or any of the European cities. So in Italy, they have something in the afternoon where they close all the businesses down at 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and they go home with their families. And I remember when I was staying in Italy with my grandparents, we have had family there, and every day um, the her husband would come home. They'd close the shop, and we would have pasta and vino, and every day this would happen from like 1 to 2, and then they'd go back at 2 o'clock and reopen their stores. And it was just nice. They called it a little mini siesta. Some people would come home for a little bit, they would take a nap, but usually they would always come home. They would have a little bit of pasta and they would eat just a little bit, and then they'd go back because they didn't live very far from their home. And in America, when we think about, taking off for eating lunch, people have like this thing like it's a crying shame that, oh my gosh, you can't close your business for lunch. I know one business in the United States. I'm not going to mention who they are for the moment, but they're a supply company, a very large supply company. And every day at 12 o'clock, they close. That's pretty amazing, isn't it? Now you're probably saying, John, why the heck did they close? Well, they closed because they actually found out that it's more costly to be open and having people be all frustrated. People can't help them, so they just give everyone off at the same time. And what they do is they close the company down, and they don't just like say they're closed. They literally close like this gate they have. They lock the door, and they have a sign that says, "We're closed for lunch. We'll return at 1 o'clock." They don't answer the phone at 12 o'clock. So that's pretty interesting. When you can have something and you could take time to enjoy what you have, whether it's a little or it's a lot. Remember, I've said this, if you're grateful for the tiniest things you have, I don't care if that's a penny you have, if it's a pen you have, if it's just the air you breathe, if you can be grateful for that, more for which you'll want to be grateful for will show up in your life. But the people that don't see greatness and are grateful are not taking those few moments. Now, I put this ring on. I do this when I put it on and when I take it off every day. Now, this week, you're actually getting to see me do it, either putting it on or taking it off. And you're getting to see my ritual, how I get up in the morning or what I'm doing, or just the fact that I had a good breakfast or a good lunch, or just the fact that I'm grateful for just being able to sit in silence. I won't do that too long for you. Can you just think about that? Can you be silent for a moment? And when you're silent, everything just sort of fades. And you have a chance to actually listen to your mind and all those monkeys that are usually going off in your brain, we call it, sort of stop. And you become focused on your intention, on your goals, on your beliefs. And it's like nothing else matters. Nothing else matters. Taking a few minutes in the morning and at night to be grateful for things in your life is something I think everyone should do. I can't tell you to do it. I can only suggest that you do it. But if you do it, I think you'll just notice that you're going to get a lot more peace, a lot more tranquility, and you're going to get a lot of other intangible gifts in your life, as well as some tangible gifts. And when these gifts come into your life, remember to be grateful for them. Remember to be thankful for them. But what's the difference between thankful and grateful? Thankful is being polite. Grateful is taking it to your inner heart and your core and feeling what that's like as it resonates to every muscle, every tendon, ligament, organ, and cell in your body. That's pretty powerful. So if you're ever having a day and you just see to be like nothing's going right, ask yourself, Have you taken a moment to be thankful and grateful for everything that's in your life, all the blessings that you have? And if you can't think of what they are, start with the most important one. You're alive. You're alive. And then you can be grateful for all the people that are still alive in your life. They might say, well, gee, I lost a lot of people. Well, you could be grateful that they were in your life. You see how this works? And it's very contagious. So when you're negative, that actually sprouts. When you're positive, it sprouts too. But the thing about being positive is that some people don't take the Kool-Aid right away. They wait to see what it tastes like and what it's going to do. But when they see the results in your life and other people's lives, they're like, you know what? Maybe I should give this a shot. I would encourage you to please like, support, follow my channels. Be sure to comment below. What are you grateful for in your life from the core of your being? And do you take time every day to be grateful? If you're not, why? Why don't you take time out of your life, just a few moments a day, to be grateful? Do it a few days, do it for a week, and see how much better your life is becoming. Then tag your friends, your colleagues, and your associates. Share this out with everyone you know on social media. And of course, go to my YouTube page, John Spacey, space Morley, space serial entrepreneur. Look for the key phrase, help keep our content free, and then make the choice today, this moment, to buy my team and I a cup of coffee. Click on that link below, help keep our content free. We'll use that for new technology, new equipment, new facilities, new staff to continue to produce the most jaw-dropping, motivational, inspirational content to get you to take inspired action to become a better version of yourself and help everyone else become better versions of themselves. Now, I know people you bump into be like, oh, I don't have time for that. Okay, they don't have time for it, but just watch. You don't have to judge, but just watch their life. Do they have challenges sometimes? I bet they do. But I bet if they took a few moments a day to be grateful, I bet a lot of those challenges would just kind of sift away. Well, I am John C. Morley, serial entrepreneur, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. I will see you tomorrow or tomorrow night, not sure which time. Tomorrow, incidentally, is March. Can you believe that? March 1st. Wow. Have yourself a great day, everyone. And remember, start becoming grateful now. It's never too late to become grateful for the little things you have in your life. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.